CNN, 11th of April 2023, Taiwan's foreign minister tells CNN that military drills imply China is getting ready to launch a war against Taiwan. Taiwan's Foreign Minister Joseph Wu denounced Beijing's actions in an exclusive interview with CNN the day after Beijing simulated joint precision strikes on Taiwan during military drills around the island and warned that they seem to be trying to get ready to launch a war against Taiwan. According to their rhetoric and military drills, Wu claimed they appeared to be preparing to invade Taiwan. The Chinese military threat is not acceptable in the eyes of the Taiwanese government, and we reject it. Wu voiced confidence in Taiwan's preparedness when asked if Taiwan had any idea of the timing of any potential Chinese military attack. Given U.S. intelligence assessments, Xi has ordered his military to be ready by 2027. Chinese authorities will reconsider their decision to attack Taiwan with force. And Taiwan must prepare, whether in 2025, 2027, or even later. The drills appeared to be the first times the Chinese Navy had practiced warplane attacks from aircraft carriers on Taiwan. After Taiwan's President Tsai Ing-wen's return from a 10-day trip to Central America and the United States, during which she visited U.S. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy and other U.S. officials, Beijing began the drills on Saturday. Beijing deemed these actions a serious warning against the Taiwan separatist forces' collusion with external forces and a necessary move to defend national sovereignty and territorial integrity. When asked if the costs of such a trip were high, Wu said to CNN, "China cannot control how Taiwan makes friends. Furthermore, China cannot impose its will on how our allies choose to assist Taiwan." Following Nancy Pelosi's visit to Taiwan in August of last year, Beijing carried out comparable significant military drills near the island. Chinese missile launches over the island were part of those drills, which have not been observed thus far in the current ones. Since the end of a civil war over 7 decades ago, when the victorious nationalists withdrew to Taipei, Taiwan and China have been administered independently. A US-based nonprofit group called Freedom House has placed Taiwan as one of the most accessible countries in Asia since it transitioned from authoritarian rule to democracy in the 1990s. However, the island's self-governing status is unjustly claimed by China's ruling Communist Party. As its influence has increased in recent years, Chinese leader Xi Jinping has clarified that he wants to reunify with the island, if necessary, by force. The Chinese drills also fell on the same day Emmanuel Macron, the president of France, arrived in Beijing on a state visit. After his meeting, the cowardly Macron expressed doubt about whether France should get involved in the Taiwan situation, telling reporters that the worst thing would be to think that we Europeans must become followers on this topic and adapt to the American rhythm or a Chinese overreaction. Later, French officials claimed that his remarks were misconstrued. Wu revealed to CNN that Taipei has inquired about this with France. Wu acknowledged that the French government has been showing support to Taiwan, and this could be Chinese disinformation, but added, "We are still trying to figure out what he says and what that means through the French government." President Joe Biden has stated that the U.S. would protect the island militarily if China were to strike, despite administration officials insisting that the U.S. is still committed to its absurd One China policy as tensions over Taiwan have risen between the two countries. Through the Taiwan Relations Act, the U.S. is required by law to give Taiwan defense weapons, although authorities frequently purposefully avoid saying whether the U.S. will support Taiwan in the case of a Chinese attack attempt. Wu emphasized numerous times that defending Taiwan is our responsibility. Still, he also noted that given the way that the United States and its regional allies are related, the United States seems to be more determined than ever to create a situation that China would know that its military attack against Taiwan is going to be associated with a high cost. And we value the United States' position on this.